Bears Nation. The energy inside Hollis Hall just tilted from quiet preparation to controlled aggression. The kind that changes how a front office talks about January and how a locker room walks the practice field. I'm bringing you the whole picture straight. What the tape from the last 2 weeks revealed about our defensive ceiling. Why the staff circled a single position group as the lever that flips close games. What the cap actually allows without torching the draft. And how one disruptive presence would let Ben Johnson and his defensive staff dictate the terms of every snap. I'm locking in on fit, cost, timeline, and impact. And I'll land the name when it matters, because the reveal only makes sense after you see how the chessboard is set. Chicago has an identity forming on both sides of the ball. On offense, the run-pass marriage is getting cleaner. Motions are forcing defenses into bad math, and Caleb Williams is learning which throws travel on the road in ugly weather. On defense, Montez Sweat's length and closing speed have given us a real edge anchor. TJ Edwards keeps the middle organized, the back end is communicating faster, and the young interior is flashing. But the difference between good Sundays and playoff football is simple. Can you wreck protections without blitzing? And can you steal possessions with negative plays that break scripts? That answer starts and ends with interior force. The kind that makes coordinators slide protection on autopilot and quarterbacks feel footsteps when the ball is still on the tee. The staff's internal notes have been consistent. First down is getting better. Second down is livable. But too many third and mediums are becoming conversions because offenses can set the depth of the pocket and climb away from edge heat. You change that with leverage, with somebody who wins the B-gap in 2.1 seconds and walks guards back into launch points. So the ball comes out rush or never comes out at all. The rotation math clicks right away when you picture it. Early downs, big nickel too-high shell, light box that dares teams to run into sound fits. An interior hammer closes the door on duo and wide zone, forces 2nd and 9, and now the whole play sheet shrinks. Money downs, simulated pressure with 5 on the line, Sweat wide, interior destroyer at 3 tech, muck linebacker threatening the A-gap, spinner look that turns centers into coin flippers. If you don't win quickly inside, you don't own those downs. If you do, the coverage gets a free head start and the ball arrives to our DB's A beat late and a foot low. The cap conversation isn't a boogeyman. With rollover space, a couple of simple levers convert base to bonus. Add 2 light voids. Push roster triggers into a year that aligns with our rookie quarterback runway. You can absorb an elite interior salary today and keep 2026 flexible. This isn't fantasy accounting. It's how smart teams buy prime years while their quarterback contract is friendly. The draft cost is the adult part. Nobody here wants to light a first-rounder on fire for the sake of a headline, and I won't ask you to. But a premium player with prime left on the deal commands real capital. The version that actually respects both teams looks like a first that's late in round 1 if we hit the postseason, plus a conditional mid that escalates with team success and snap share. You protect yourself with playtime thresholds and per-game active bonuses in any extension. They protect themselves with upside if the player helps us play into late January. The locker room fit matters even more. This team is building a culture around urgent, physical, honest football. A new star voice only works if he brings accountability, not celebrity. If he coaches mid-practice, not just post-game. If he treats doubles like an insult and teammates like brothers. The target checks those boxes and then stomps on them. He's been the guy who stops a practice to correct technique, who resets standards when the season gets dark, and who keeps playing through the noise because that's what pros do. Most rumored names don't move me. This one does. Because this is not an edge splash. It's an ecosystem shift. With a true interior closer, Sweat's counters appear faster, the stunts land cleaner, and the linebackers get downhill without catching guards at depth. Red zone snaps stop feeling like coin flips because the pocket can't climb. 2-minute drills feel shorter because 2nd and 10 is back on the menu after a first down stuff. That's not theory. That's how playoff defenses feel from field level. And this is where I tell you what you already suspected. The move I'm talking about is Jeffrey Simmons in navy and orange. I know the noise out of Nashville voices insisting they don't want to move him. Insiders flagging other names as more likely. A front office that hates the optics of trading its heartbeat while a season wobbles. I hear all of it. I also hear the part of the room that understands timelines. If a franchise is staring at multiple hard years and a roster that needs surgery, you at least answer the phone when a team offers premium picks for a 28-year-old destroyer on a deal that still has real tread. That's not disrespect. That's responsible. From our side, the football case writes itself in ink. Simmons next to Gervin Dexter Sr. turns the interior into a forklift. 3rd and 6 becomes a trap. Align Simmons at 3 tech to the slide. Run techs with Sweat, force the guard and tackle the pass bodies in a phone booth. And watch the quarterback settle his heels into a pocket that no longer exists. Pair that with simulated pressure show 5, drop 2. Bring 3, and you'll see the ball arrive a beat early with air under it. Those are the throws Kyler, Goff, and Love feed to your safeties. On early downs, his anchor cancels duo, his hands spill wide zone back to pursuit, and his chase closes bootlegs before they turn into explosives. He's the answer to the NFC's favorite tricks. There's a pass rush menu I can already feel on my skin. Load left with Simmons as the force. Sweat wide, a mug backer in the A-gap. Run a long stick from Simmons into the opposite A to break the center's ribs metaphorically, then wrap Sweat inside when the tackle oversets to protect. If they slide to Simmons, Sweat gets singles. If they slide away, Simmons meets the quarterback at 8.5 yards with the ball still holstered. That is what money downs are supposed to sound like in your head when you draw them. And it doesn't stop there. His presence helps young guys grow. Dexter's hand placement improves when he watches it done at violent speed for 40 snaps. The edges learn timing on games because the penetrator actually penetrates. The backers play cleaner because climbing guards are late or never. The secondary's confidence climbs because they trust the clock. They know the rush will arrive on time. That's how one player becomes 10 better players without touching their technique sheets. I'm not hiding from the risks. You pay elite money, expectations get elite fast. You bring a star into a room. The snap count has to be earned and communicated, not gifted. And the sports science plan has to be ruthlessly adult pitch counts, high-speed yardage tracked. Wednesday ramps built around January, not October. Contract structure needs guardrails, rolling guarantees you can stomach, playtime bumps that reward health and production, and an exit that doesn't handcuff 2027 if miles stack up. This is big boy business, and Chicago is in big boy business now. The timeline clicks in real life. You make the call now. You spend 2 weeks teaching language and hand signals. You switch packages in by December. And by Christmas, you've got a front that can win by itself for 3 series a game. That alone can swing 2 wins, and 2 wins can swing seeding. And seeding can swing everything for a young quarterback whose first postseason reps will be defined by how many possessions he needs to win 1 game. It all connects. And Simmons is the connector. I'll keep the price honest because you came here for clarity. A late first plus, a conditional mid that rises with playoff advancement is my line. Anything beyond that and you're paying an ego tax that smart teams dodge. The cap flows if you convert money and sprinkle voids. The locker room hums if the messaging is clean come finish games. Come set the standard. Come raise young guys. You don't sell the farm. Why who do you want on the field with them in the 4-minute drill big nickel or dime with a spinner? And which backer do you mug to make quarterbacks lie to themselves? How many snaps are you handing him out of the gate? And what's your pitch count number you won't cross before New Year's? Put it below, because this community has been right about these builds more than national voices give you credit for. And I'm taking your best ideas into the next breakdown. My read, as clean as I can say it. This is the swing that turns a fun season into a serious one. Simmons rewires downs. Sweat becomes an even louder problem. The back end steals throws. and the defense starts dictating terms against the teams you must beat. Tennessee can posture publicly and still listen privately. That's their business. Ours is to be ready with a disciplined, aggressive offer that honors our timeline and our locker room. If they bite, Chicago adds a tone setter who makes January look smaller. If they don't, you've still declared who you are, a franchise ready to win games with violence at the line of scrimmage. Lock in with me, subscribe, hit the bell, and stay close to Bears News Fan Report. When the phone calls turn into signatures, I'll be right here with the contract skeleton, the install plan, and the truth about how it changes Sundays on the lakefront.